Serenity might not be the first word to describe short bump. The intersection of Cox and Broad, clogged with congestion, epitomizes this stretch of western Henrico.
Most of it was open space.
But one man
Nothing like it is today.
recalls when this area enjoyed two speeds, slow and slower.
This was originally a chicken house, hen house.
Norwood Nuckols' roots run deep here.
Well, it's natural to me because I've lived it.
The 93-year-old grows up on a farm along West Broad Street Road.
Erin Shades, that's Erinshades.
The family home
It was an 8-room house,
has no running water or electricity.
not until after I was 7 years old.
As a boy, Mr. Nuckols and his father worked their 115 acres.
The first thing I remember doing was splitting kindling wood when I was 8 years old. That's right.
Pastures and woodlands in Short Bump go on for miles.
We did leather work in there, making harness for the horse and mules.
Structures are scarce. The only child can count his neighbors on one hand.
There were, as I can first remember, 3 houses on the east side of Sadler Road.
But change is coming over the horizon.
I can remember those houses being built in 1940.
The young boy notices new homes moving westward from the city when Broad was 2 lanes and tar and gravel.
It gradually got to the point less and less business to be done by the farm supply companies.
The widower and father of 3 says the opening of Interstate 64 ushers in a housing and business boom.
This was a slow process, I would say, until well up in the 1960s. And then things took off.
Old farms were now sprouting subdivisions.
My family started getting pressure about selling our farmland.
In 1973, investors buy Norwood's family farm.
I was able to continue farming it until the end of 1979, and then that was that.
By 1980, the place where the Nuckols family once tended cattle and grew corn
No part of it is a farm anymore.
gives way to Innsbrook Office Park.
It was tough. It was very tough. It hurts me to this day, Greg, to think about that.
The Virginia Tech grad knows the rural days of Short Bump are numbered.
We were standing in the front yard of my boyhood home.
Lots changed.
Yeah, as you can see, lots has changed.
Mr. Nuckols, in your mind's eye, can you still see your family farm right here at Cox and Broad?
Yeah, I can still see it. I have a clear memory of it.
The current Cox Road served one time as the Nuckols driveway.
There was no noise except the occasional car coming by.
But if you look hard enough, vestiges of western Henrico's farming past still survive.
But time doesn't stand still.
3.5 miles away, Norwood leads us on a tour while climbing his family tree.
What was this place back in the day?
Locust Grove Farm, bought by my great-great-grandfather, Israel Nuckols, in 1849.
Nuckols Farm, right in the middle of suburbia, a place Norwood remembers visiting as a young boy.
It's really rather remarkable. It was lived in by the family until approximately 1975. And there were dairy cows on this property.
The landmark, now a Henrico County park, is also the final resting place of generations of his ancestors.
Grandpa Jacob Woodson Nuckols, 1836 to 1910.
Norwood Nuckols represents a bridge to a bygone era.
Yeah, I'm probably one of the youngest men around to have had that particular experience.
An experience when pastoral short pump was flowing at a slower pace.
Well, that's the way it was.
For I have a story.
Growing up on a farm is like nothing else.
I'm Greg McQuaid, CBS 6 News.